you should be grateful for many blessings, and every day you wake up thankful for what you have, because if you don't do that, you might lose it all. With that said, I'm going to tell you a story called the 52 Cut Tragedy. It's about a card player. He plays a game called poker. We play that in the States. And it's about a card player who has pretty much all the luck that a shuffled deck of playing cards could give him. But he loses every single game of poker that he plays. Now the story starts and the story stops. It starts somewhere in the middle. Thomas is going to tell me where it starts. So I'm going to run through the deck like this. Just tell me where to start.
Stop.
Stop. But we're really going to start on one card, because the 52 Cut Tragedy begins with an 8. Poker was his favorite game. He prayed for the best hand. It never came because he couldn't wait. Luck is a lady, luck is late, let her be. But for him, she was felt the moment the cards were shuffled, picked up, and held. And he once held a kingdom filled with hearts, clubs, diamonds, and spades. Everything he could want, but wasn't content with the wealth, because he pushed this aside in search of more, and he never saw what the deck had in store. So he traveled into the center for the first time and got lost, and got tossed in the pile and got cut, and got shuffled and got stuck. But with just a stroke of luck, it wasn't too far down. It was just one game, a couple of wins, 3 times a charm, 4 lucky suits, 5 lucky stars, 6 shots of gin, 7 wonders, and after 8 cuts under and 9 cuts in, he came out of the deck with a couple of redheads and a couple of brunettes. I'm in love, he said, but 52 cuts later, he got sick of the cards before him. He wanted more, and he never saw what the deck or the cards had in store. Because he traveled the same way he did last time into the center for a second time and got lost and got cut and got shuffled into 2 piles, mixed, moved, confused, traveled, came back together and stuck. But with just a stroke of luck, it was only 1 cut, 1 game, a couple of wins, 3 times the charm, 4 lucky suits, 5 lucky stars, 6 shots of gin, 7 wonders, 8 cuts under, and after 9 cuts in, that's too many down, he came back to the show with 1, 2, 3, 4 jackpots to hold. I got gold, he said, but 52 cuts later, he got sick of the cards before him. He wanted more, and he never saw what the deck had in store, because he traveled into the center for a 3rd time. 9th time, or the nth time. It's okay, because he still gets lost, cut, shuffled, sucks, but he still came back, this time with cash, 10, 20, 30, no, $40 to add to his trash. I'm rich, he said, but after so many lucky hands, he still wasn't content. I have every card I could ever want, but what he meant was I want more. More money to spend, more girls, more friends, more girlfriends, of course. And maybe just one more hand of poker to play. So he picked up the deck, shuffled it every which way, and dealt himself a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7. Sorry, a 7. Come on, 7. Now he finished with just a pair. So he lost this hand, tossed it in the pile, and never got it back. He lost his queens, he lost his jacks. His kingdom in the beginning, remember that? He lost it. He lost that winning. He lost a straight he could have used. He was looking for a 7 when all he needed was a deuce. So he folded and gave away what he was holding to 3 people, to Thomas Magic Man, to Agnes is sitting over there, and to a card magician named Arthur. And the best cards in the deck are the ones you never dealt, the cards you never saw, the hands you never held. He dealt away what was left until he held nothing, no one, and that is the 52 Cut Tragedy. Now it ends on a bad note, so you must be wondering what else happens after these cards get dealt. So first what he did was he asked Thomas the same thing I asked you in the beginning. Thomas, what do you have? And he took his hand. Three sevens and a pair of eights. That's a full house. What are the chances? And he asked Agnes, what do you have? Three aces and a pair of nines. That's more than a full house. That's a mansion. And then he looked at me. He looked sad. I didn't know what to say. I felt bad. Should I tell him? Should I tell him? Because it was a 3, 7, 6, 5, 4. I could count, he said. 3. The end.
Magic Man is presented to you by Da Vinci's Pizza.